Hey guys, Tim from Pro Sport Gauges. I'm going to show you how to extend a daisy chain harness. So, we got some complaints that they can be a little short depending on how far you need your gauges to go. So I'm going to show you how to extend it. And we're just going to cut it in half. Oh, tools needed. Stripper, there's multiple types. I'm just gonna use this one to cut. I like this style. Solder, soldering gun, comes in gun shape or stick style. Optionally a heating gun if you're gonna use shrink wrap, or just electric tape is fine. So we're gonna start by cutting it in half. Scary, right? All right. And then this stripper should get the housing off pretty easy. And we're just gonna do one wire just for demo, just repeat steps later. Got two there. I'll just go with the white wire. And you're gonna twist, make sure that doesn't fray. Just like that. Let me zoom in a little. And then on the other side, same thing. White wire. Sorry. I'm trying to watch and look at the video. One take. Just kidding, this is like my third take. And now we have our wires cut, ready to splice. So you're gonna buy some wiring from the auto parts store. You can buy a spool of 16 to 22 gauge wiring. I think this is 20 gauge. Get the length you need, measuring. You're gonna wanna cut all four wires the same length. And this one's already been stripped. So I'm going to show you two methods. One soldering and one crimp connectors. You're going to start off the soldering method. You're going to kind of make an X. You're going to twist them together against each other. Just enough to where they don't fall apart. And then solder. So I don't have the alligator clips, those come in handy, kind of like a second set of hands holding it for you. I'm just gonna rest it on here. Got your solder. So the idea here is you're just gonna wanna heat the wire just enough. So I'm gonna rest it on there. And you just kind of wait for it to get hot. Just dab the solder on there. This is difficult, recording and doing it. Try that again. It's okay if you don't get it the first time around. You can always cut, splice, and do it again. Should be hot enough now. You see some smoke, that's good. So you see it pooling. It doesn't take much to get a nice secure solder. So that's it. Clean it up, you know. And put your shrink tubing on it. Use your heat gun or electric tape to cover that up. Next side, crimp connector. Take your crimping tool. It's got little signs there, blue. Get it nice and secure. Make sure there's no fray. And insert. Just don't get the housing of the wire in there, because you might not be crimping on the metal and you'll have problems later. Common mistake. So just barely metals all the way in and down. Sometimes people will crimp onto the housing of the wire and the metal will just be floating around and making no connection. So now we have one end soldered and our other end we're going to crimp together. So tool. Wires in, crimp, and you're done. Now we have that much more length, nice and secure. And just repeat these steps on whichever method you prefer. You're done.